am back. Rodrance for Black and White Network. Well, we're going to talk about Atlanta, Georgia. Now, in case you don't know this, Atlanta, Georgia, the state of Georgia. Guys, I'm going to tell you, you better pay attention. Because when people like Raphael Warnock is getting voted in the office, and you have a shithole like Atlanta, and yeah, I said it, Andre, what's his name? Let me look. Andre Dickens, another Democratic mayor. And this, guys, I went and looked it up. Through June 9th, 2023, 40 murders in Atlanta. All right, so that's been 4 months ago. 4 months ago, how many more has it been? I mean, I understand that's like a month in Chicago, and I get it, but that's still not good. In fact, that's bad. Per capita, in fact, like, in other words, per a certain amount of people, Atlanta came in as the 19th highest murders as of June in the country. In the entire country. And in case you have not been keeping up, Atlanta is also a war zone. There's crime everywhere, as you can imagine. And again, there's Democratic leadership everywhere. Well, Walmart, having to close multiple locations, and you're starting to see this around the country. Why? Because crime is rampant and they're getting their stores literally stolen out from underneath them. There's too much crime in the area, and Walmart is literally giving up. They are deciding to close their doors. I saw a story a while back about one or two closing in Chicago. I may have done the story to it. I mean, too many people have decided they don't want to roll back prices till their brains get blown out in the parking lot. They don't want that. They don't want to be sitting in line in the self-checkout and all of a sudden 30 people show up in a flash mob and decide to rob the place. No, nobody wants to be a part of that. They want things to be safe when they go into a store. So, this Walmart in Atlanta decided to close. Well, they are going to reopen. They are going to reopen, and you've got to wonder, is this something we start seeing in liberal cities? We've seen a lot of Walgreens do a lot of different things. A lot of these large cities, these stores, these companies are trying to brainstorm their way into figuring out, how do we lower theft? How do we lower crime? Well, how about this Atlanta Walmart is reopening with a police substation in the Walmart? I mean, you ever seen a McDonald's or a Subway in a Walmart? No. This one's got a police substation in it. And I, for one, love it. I love this. I got to keep it real. I mean, Walmart's your corner of the market. Put one of these jokers in every, and I do mean every, liberal shithole where people are getting their brains blown out. Inside a Walmart. I think it's fantastic. Now, the problem you've got, and you're always going to have, is going to be liberal Democratic leadership wanting to do things like reimage and defund the police. Are you going to have the money to actually put the manpower in these stores? Because a lot of these cities, like for example in Chicago, people have quit applying to become cops. Why? Because their leaders have crapped all over them and crapped all over law enforcement. And their liberal citizens have crapped all over law enforcement. Yeah, that doesn't really make people want to apply and become cops, now does it? This is the blaze. I love this, to be honest. An Atlanta Walmart is slated to reopen in May of 2024 with a police substation after the retail location closed last year following a surge in crime. Rough Draft Atlanta reported. The Vine City Walmart Supercenter closed its doors after an alleged arson in December. Oh, we're not able to thieve enough from this Walmart. Let's just burn it down. I mean, my God. The second fire that year. They had 2 fires at the same Walmart. I guess both of them from arson. My God, what's going on in these towns? Another Atlanta-based Walmart on Howe Mill Road also shut down following a fire. Walmart has been struggling to combat rampant retail theft. CEO Doug McMillan told CNBC in 2022, quote, theft is an issue. It's higher than what it has historically been. We've got safety measures that we put in place by store location, McMillan said. I think local law enforcement being staffed and being a good partner is part of that equation. And that's normally how we approach it. If that's not correct over time, prices will be higher or stores will close. So, and that's something the residents that continue to vote for these Democratic leaders need to think about. Okay? These retail places are literally telling you, if you continue to vote the way you do, and you vote in leadership that will do nothing about crime and about criminals, continuing to put your safety at risk and the people that work in these stores at risk, as well as all the theft, these retail giants, and even some of the smaller ones, no matter what, you're going to get penalized if you continue to vote this way. They're telling you, we're either going to raise our rates or we're going to close the store. Meaning you may have to drive to another location out of your way, your little stop in for bread and the this and the that every day, and then your weekly trip to Walmart on Saturday may all of a sudden turn out to be 45 minutes round trip longer every day or whatever. All of a sudden, and one way or another, if they close, you're going to end up going to a different store that's probably going to have higher prices if they've decided to stay in business. In 2023, the retail corporation closed 22 stores across 15 states and Washington, D.C., the U.S. Sun reported. 4 of these shuttered stores were located in Chicago. Brandon Johnson and Lori Lightfoot, come on down. Walmart stated that the Chicago-based locations were losing tens of millions of dollars a year, and their annual losses nearly doubled in just the last 5 years. We know why. Quote, we have invested hundreds of millions of dollars in the city. It was hoped that these investments would help improve our store's performance. Unfortunately, these efforts have not materially improved the fundamental business challenges our stores are facing, the company added. In August, Walmart announced that it would reopen the Atlanta's Vine City location as a neighborhood market. We've got one of them locally. It's very nice. We enjoy the neighborhood market very much. Typically smaller than the retailer's supercenter stores. Mayor Andre Dickens argued that the community would become a food desert without the grocery retailer, Rough Draft Atlanta reported. Quote, food insecurity is real across Georgia. What? And we don't want it to happen here in Atlanta. 8 years ago, about 54% of the people in the city lived within a half mile of fresh food. Now we're up to 75%. This administration wants to make sure we have healthy communities, which means adding grocery stores. Well, how about you crack down, and I do mean hammer the hell out of crime? Maybe that would be great. All right? As part of the reopening, Walmart location will be the first to include a police substation. According to Dickens, the station will not be staffed at all hours, but will serve as a location for law enforcement to fill out paperwork, have meetings, and charge body cameras and cell phones. Dickens believes the increased police presence will deter shoplifting and other crimes. Well, hallelujah, a lucid thought from a Democrat, but I agree with that logic. I do. Imagine that. Having law enforcement visible and present may drop crime. I mean, there you go. I'm not a mayor, but yeah, call me crazy. I could see how that could work out for you very, very much. I like this idea. I think it's something that very, very much people should look into in these bigger cities that have high crime. Put police substations in your Walmart stores. It's a great idea. Put it right next to the Subway and the McDonald's you have, or the Oriental nail salon that's in your Walmart, or your local bank. Yeah, I said all of that. I did, but you get the point. You guys, you know what the hell I'm talking about. Yeah, increase police presence. Yeah, that does drop crime. I'm sure it does. Now, your local leadership has to be willing to staff to accommodate that. Maybe that causes an effect where they want to up the police presence. I doubt it because they're Democrats. But you get the point I'm trying to get across, too. Yeah, it's a great idea. I love it. I absolutely love it. Put one in Target, too. Oh, they probably won't. We know they won't, in fact. Oh, my goodness. Tuck-friendly uniforms for all police officers in Target. Policemen are watching this going, mother bleeping. Yeah. Dude, I'm kidding, really. Tell me what you think, Black and White Network supporters. Peace 'em out. Till next time.